I have a friend that has a $25 million home down on the Strand next to the Ritz-Carlton, and he took out a $4 million retirement mortgage, or HECM, or reverse, whatever you want to call them. And he took that $4 million. He could have not done that, but it was tax free. He took it out and bought. He has 2 kids. He bought a $2 million home for each kid, and they don't make payments.
Right.
So I think from anybody that's really trying to figure out how to manage their wealth preservation, all the way to figuring out how to increase wealth, just not preserve wealth, but really increase wealth, you cannot, there's nobody that can beat this HECM product of any financial instrument in the market. Insurance, financial planning, stocks, bonds, I don't care what it is. Put me up against the finest person in the marketplace, and I will show you a better instrument called a home equity conversion mortgage. Let's talk about the naming of this product, which is really a pet peeve of mine. And more importantly, kind of how we came together as the three of us. So back in October of last year, I'm playing golf with a guy, and he says, Tom, and as many of you know, I started a company called Impact, which grew to about $2 billion, and I sold it. And that was 20 years ago. And I never thought I'd live long enough to see a product that improves so many people's lives, like this HECM, home equity conversion mortgage. It used to be called a reverse. You can't even get a reverse today, but it used to be called a reverse. So I said back in October, anybody that would sell this product to a senior should be thrown in jail and hung, because it is a bad product. Right. And this guy says to me, he says, listen, do not believe that, Tom. It has changed radically since HUD took the program, made major changes in 2017, might have been 15, and then again in 17. But he said, talk to this guy named Jay Kaplan. This guy's forgot more about reverses and HECMs than you will ever know. So Jay and I had lunch here back, I don't know, it was probably November, December. And he took me under his wing and kind of showed me the law. I'm kind of like Thomas, and I got to stick my hands in the fingers and my hands on the sides. And my name is Thomas anyway, so I gotta read it myself. I gotta see it. So he gave me this library of information, and I read it. And then he started giving me some senior people in the business. And then I kind of came over to you and showed it to you, and you said the same thing. And there's no, Tom, that's just no way, because you're a professor. You need to understand it yourself. And then you got into it and you said, oh my gosh, this is an eye-opener of financial products in the marketplace that most people don't know about. They know about the old one where, the banks issued it, they kicked you out of your home when you were a senior, they kicked your wife out after you died, they sold the house, kept the equity. I mean, it was just awful, a product. And then HUD says, fundamentally, we've got a problem with Social Security, we've got a problem with Medicare. These things are not going to. We got liquid issues right in the future for our kids. What kind of product is out there that would really help them? Then they looked at how much equity is in the homes of people that are over 60, and it's $7 trillion, Bill. $7 trillion.
It's crazy.
Now, to give some sense of what the T word is, there's $1 trillion of credit card debt on the planet. There's $1 trillion of auto debt. There's $1 trillion of student loans, and there's $7 trillion of equity in people over 60. And it's just sitting there doing nothing. So the government said, fundamentally, this is a great product. Fundamentally, let's do something about it. Let's take this program over, and let's make sure basically it's a lifetime forbearance, right? Okay. Then you have the senior that says, oh, gee, my wife gets to own this till she dies. And then they can sell the house, the kids can, and they can get all the equity. And you can buy the kids think, oh my God, my parents are Pac-Manning my equity, it's going away. But you can buy a term life insurance policy if you want, which is 1/10 of what you were paying on your monthly mortgage, and the kids get a house free and clear. So it's just, I get so excited I can jump through the screen and hug you or something.
Hey, give it a try. But I think